Okay.
Decided we wanted to stay together, decided you didn't hate me, decided that you enjoyed me breathing around you again.
I know what I struggle with you breathing today. Just kidding.
It comes in waves and cycles.
Depending on my cycle. Okay.
Hey friends, today we're going to talk about our 4 legendary relationship elements which have truly become the foundation of our philosophy that we teach here at Legendary Couples with Kids. But I think it's kind of fun to kind of tell the story of how we came up with these elements.
So after we decided that we liked each other again, or fixed our relationship, we sat down with Post-it notes and our big sliding glass door, and we started to put up the ideas and the things that we had done and the topics that we had decided to dive into to get us to the place that we were. And what we saw was a theme. We saw 4 main areas that we had been working on, that we had been striving for. And what we realized was this was probably the foundation for a lot of couples.
Yeah. And it was kind of fun because people just simply asked us like, well, what did you guys do? We noticed you guys are like not getting divorced now. So we got all these Post-it notes and slapped them up on a sliding glass door. And there was just, it was like a big explosion of Post-its on there. And we started organizing and filing, and we came up, they fit into 4 categories, and it was kind of weird, you know. And we noticed one was all about our own personal journey, which we call you, or the self. We noticed one was all kind of businessy and, you know, making sure the kids stayed alive and were fed and got to school and the
Life's
finances.
basics.
Yeah, life's basics, which we called partners. And then there was the part that was having fun. It was the joy of being around each other again, which we'd really lost. You know?
Yeah, right,
and
having fun together.
Right, we called that friends. And then there was the part that was the true intimacy, the vulnerability, the real connection, and that almost telepathic sort of connection we had together, which we called lovers. And so you is really just that, you know, the personal growth, in order to have a happy, healthy relationship, happy, healthy marriage, you need to be a happy, healthy you have to put the oxygen mask on first, you know. And so you is comprised of emotional intelligence, health, happiness, priorities, and really like a big one for me, which was confidence, you know.
Yeah, or leadership, self-leadership, being able to, you know, lead your partner.
Right, self-awareness, management of emotions, you know.
Right, and so what makes a healthy partnership are 2 happy, healthy people. 2 great partners make a great partnership. And so the important thing to keep in mind is that these elements build on each other. The you is the foundation, because without a happy, healthy you, or 2 happy, healthy yous, it's really hard to have a thriving partnership.
Right.
And then, which brings us to the next relationship element, is if you don't have a thriving partnership and the basics aren't met, you don't have your finances and your parenting and the schedule and the house cleaning and all of these things that we get stuck in what we now call the partnership loop. If we don't have those things all buttoned up, or at least moving forward, it's really hard to feel like we're friends.
Right, partners, that element, which we call the partnership loop when couples get stuck. We found that in our own relationship and in those and other couples we've spoken to is where people get stuck, where people get caught, where people...
After kids.
Right, after kids, where they start to fight more. A lot of arguments happen out of, you know, those basic partners things, you know, even like finances and parenting and all of that sort of stuff. And so the idea is to really...
Not getting the basics done.
Not getting the basics done. And so when those things start to get in lockstep, when you have this nice system, this partner system, and working on using each other's strengths to move that forward, you're like, oh, I kind of like this person again, you know. You create the space, the time, and the energy around liking each other and enjoying each other's company, which
is the friend, where we get to the friends element. And as we started to look at our journey, and we started with working on ourselves, and then we looked at the partnership, the business of our relationship, and as that started to have momentum and started to flourish, we were able to look at each other and say, okay, let's get to know each other again.
You're kind of cool. I really like you. You like, you know, you're okay to breathe around you again. You know?
So that's a true story. And so we did. We started hanging out together. We started doing fun things again. We started getting to know each other again and developing that friendship element. And when those first 3 elements are thriving, the lover's element, the intimacy, it becomes easier and more natural.
Right, you know, because
It's not forced.
Right, it's uncomfortable to talk about sex. It's uncomfortable to be vulnerable. It's uncomfortable sometimes to even flirt with each other when all the other stuff isn't taken care of.
Right. If I'm not feeling confident, let's start at the very beginning with the you element. I'm not feeling confident, or I'm feeling, uncomfortable, or I'm having some depression or anxiety going on, some personal struggles. It's hard for me to get to to jump, right? When we're not connected in our partnership and we're stuck in that loop, it's hard for me to jump. When we don't feel like friends and I don't feel like I can be vulnerable with you, it's hard to jump. However, most couples, at least one party in the relationship, wants to jump from a unstable, any of the first three elements. They want to jump to the lovers.
Right.
And they want to blame the fact that the lovers element is struggling on the whole health of the relationship.
Right. So those are our 4 elements: you, partners, friends, and lovers. And we're going to dive into each one individually in upcoming videos. But if you've enjoyed this, subscribe and like our channel and share with others. And we'll be back for another one soon.
Yes. I also think we can do videos on our own.
Yeah, because I think I do better without you sometimes.
Do you want me to hit you?
No.
Do you want me to,
when we do podcasts, we'll do it together, okay? So here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
So we have a lot to talk about. If I had tweezers, I would pluck your eyebrows right
If
now.
I had tweezers. Well, good thing you don't. So let's get going on this.